Hi everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all of you that have subscribed to my new channel. I just started it yesterday and it already has, I think, close to 300 views, or maybe even, it might have even hit the 300 subscriber mark already. And so, thank you. I was not expecting, I was expecting maybe 100 subscribers or so for the first day, but 300, Jinx. Yeah. You should have your own YouTube channel. Now, for those that aren't familiar with my main channel, Canadian Studmuffin, which I've had since 2006, my cat Jinx has been in many, many, many of my videos, especially when I'm doing the rock music vlogs, and I sit, turn this camera for a second, and I sit there in that chair, and I see that Mittens is sitting back there. It's usually Jinx, but once in a while Mittens will sit there too. Don't go, Jinx. Don't go, I'm gonna give you a brush. Come here. Here, I'm gonna give you a brush. She's about to leave. I'm gonna give you a brush. Come on, Jinx. Let me see. Boop, boop. So she has some not catnip, she has the, one of these plants, whatever you call it, I forget. And Mittens has no interest in it. I don't know why. But, yes, my cats love to be brushed. I wouldn't say I brush them every day, but 2 or 3 times a week I will. And for whatever reason, the old cat talk or dog talk, the way we talk to our animals, I always say brush, not brush. So Jinx has been in my life since, I believe it was, sometimes I'm not sure which year we got her as a kitten, because it was actually my ex-stepdaughter that originally had the cat. But I think it was 2007. So Jinx is about 15 years old, or young I should say. You definitely did need a brush. Yes. And I mentioned, I do clip the cat's nails, but with Jinx not as much, because she's a little pickier with me clipping her nails, I guess. But with Mittens it's very easy to do. Okay. Enough of the plant. There. Because you don't want to be sick eating too much of the plant, right? But Jinx has been a sweetheart of a cat. Like I said, she's got the face that looks miserable. And I guess sometimes maybe she is miserable, but, and she gets very jealous of Mittens sometimes. Mittens isn't a jealous cat at all, but Jinx is, because I guess, she was in my life before Mittens. I'm not saying they don't get along. They'll, at night, they lay outside my bedroom on a bed, and they lay next to each other most nights, right? And for the most part, you're nice to Mittens, right? But coming up is a 10th year anniversary of me being in this apartment. Hopefully it's going to be the last year, for sure. And I went through a marriage breakup in 2012 and moved here didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a job. I guess at the time that's more important than having a girlfriend. But, and now I don't have, well, I do have a job. I work at McKesson, Canada, but I've been on long-term disability since January of last year. And I'll tell you I'll give you an update on my health issues in a coming video. You like that brush? Yeah. And I'll get my other cat Mittens and I'll brush her too. I mean brush her too. And somebody mentioned about me vacuuming the cats. It's like, yes, I can vacuum the cats. I never do. I've done it in, I don't know, 2 or 3 videos on my other channel. Just, you know, because sometimes I upload funny cat videos and they don't mind being vacuumed. If they didn't like being vacuumed, trust me, they wouldn't hang around. Look at all that. Jinxie, did you do this? Hey, Jinx, this way. Hey, Jinxie. Yes. Look what you did. Yeah. That's yours. Daddy should brush you more than once a year. Yeah. They you know, they have their, they definitely have their personalities though. In the morning I give them some wet cat food when I wake up. And I usually wake up early. And Jinx is picky though. There's only like 2 or 3 flavors of the cat food that she'll eat, and the other ones, she'll just walk away from the bowl. But that happened the other day, and I usually have the dry cat food down most of the time. But this time the dry cat food bowl was empty, and so she walked away. Usually you know, because she's so spoiled, because I forgot or whatever, I'll get her the flavor she likes. But this time I left it, and she ended up coming back to the bowl and eating, right? So you're just spoiled, right? Yeah. So let's get Mittens. So this is Mittens, right? It's Mittens. And I gotta get the brush. Daddy forgot the brush. Oh, it's right there. I didn't forget it. And Mittens loves to be brushed too. She's much more energetic though. She doesn't like being held for very long, at least. She'll try to escape. But she's very loving. Like if I'm sitting on the couch, she'll come up and lay on my lap, or Molly's lap, my girlfriend, right? Yes, you're a real sweetheart. And so we got Mittens just before the marriage breakup. It was my last gift to my ex-wife. I didn't know at the time it'd be a marriage breakup. But luckily I got to keep both cats, and so Mittens is just over 10 years old, aren't you? And you're a polydactyl cat, which means you have 6 toes on each paw. Yes. And like I said, she is a sweetheart. You don't have as much. Oh, you do, I guess. Here, Mittens, look, over this way. Mittens, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, the first year I was here, I didn't have a job. I had money in the bank, but that didn't last, and near the end of the first year, I was getting desperate I needed money, so thankfully I did get a job through Adecco, which is a hiring service, and I worked at P&G as a temp. for I think 3 years. That was hard though, because it was 12-hour shifts, and it would be either 7 at night until 7 in the morning, and then the next week it would be the opposite, 7 in the morning until 7 at night. One week you would work 60 hours, and then the next week would be 24. Yeah. But, you know, I never gave up through all the sad times, and so that's, you know, one thing I've tried to do with my channel is be positive. I know a lot of young people watch me, and it's like, you're gonna go through rough times. There's no denying. But, you know, I never gave up, and so you shouldn't either. Right? No, you shouldn't give up. So that's it. That's a little brush. I don't know how. I did a few different shots. I was actually going to clip the cat's nails, but that didn't really work out. Not anything on their part. I just didn't want to do it. And I got some groceries. What else? Yeah, so I do enjoy, you know, not working. I actually do seriously miss working, because I was working in pain the last couple of years, so I don't miss that at all. But I did enjoy my job, and I enjoyed the people. So it's been, you know, the last 2 years have been kind of, I do get down myself and sad, but I've got Molly in my life, and we're going to get through all of this, aren't we? Right? Yes. Just one more thing, and by the way, I'm totally over the second marriage, in case anybody's wondering out there, especially Molly. But, you know, during the time when the marriage broke up, the first night I was, you know, by myself, laying in bed, of course crying and everything, and I don't know which cat it was because it was dark out. But the one cat came and just sat on my chest. And I've experienced this before, and I think others have too. It's like cats know, even when you're sick. Because it happened recently when Molly wasn't feeling well, and Mittens came and laid on her. But cats just can pick up a vibe or something, and they're like healing cats. That's what I think, at least. They're also annoying sometimes. So, yeah, lots. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I really appreciate any likes on the videos and comments and sharing the video and whatever. Bye.